Execution's down, too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God it's over, doing your time is to the end. Lock Jah silent without sin, he put me on the planet for justice to win. The press is about to get rolled down, with some presses attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona, I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical, I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill, this don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. O'Neill's too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe in GC type, going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red on my vision through sight. It's killer be killed whenever I fight. From above I'll be given the right, so you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight, we gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in the, every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a walk to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and heel. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path. Simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math. A humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them. And the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that was them. Destroy this de facto government and its quarrels. Establish Big Ma house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated. with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips of their cash. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo sprung menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry. New way chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops.
Bass drops. Nope.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow, with your fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I've blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. Latif, I'm still teaching you like he got game. My healing reaching you despite me lock and chain. Black, you speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You sound like me, the crown sprout. But unlike me, son, you haven't turned down loud. A smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your style. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profusely. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, in who I'm well pleased. Okay, showing your vision is resplendent, my descendant when filming your intuition extends. The lenses felt when your cinematographic flashes of your scripted class get your inner magic. Dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects mastered surpasses the average glass, stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak. You see classic. The question you have is mathematics. Please ask it, son. Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up. At last, boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life, my wife, just to romance her. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's destined. You knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely. You my beloved. You resent fate foolishly. You my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now Samuel, I am your found for show that the signal isn't scramble or deprogrammable. From a little cub to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, though love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The Most High sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the Black Hawk's talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past tense instead. Let's create an after we've cried relapses type of atmosphere. Redirected fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. As sovereign, opulent, autocratus, Nijis, I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see me. You my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. You ventilate truthfully, you my beloved. Sons in whom I'm well pleased.
You know God.
From the garden.
Oh my God. Wow. Incredible. Better try to decode this one.
Yes, sir.
By the end of this month.
Yeah.
I
don't know if we can get no better than this.
Caught up in this.
Where y'all at? Where the real church at?
There are people that care about you. Turn me up a little bit in my head. People that are praying for you. That be able to advocate and fight for you.
Yeah. Check it. One time for the mind to make the people get up and start to grind. It's called a hint of cayenne. You can't even taste the cayenne. I get some cayenne extract. You'll get cramps though, because it kind of takes your potassium out you. I ain't done nothing with a beard, so shut up.
If not, you might as well be shot. Condemned to hell while volunteers take your spot. We're prone to fight, it's not about black and white, but wrong and right. Now that the light helps your sight. It's the devil.
Every piece of jewelry I have that's jade is real. Brother Stone or Crystal.
We all for one seed since the days of old.
Whoo! Couple of those. Oh, that cleared my sinuses up. I ain't got no, you know it. Okay, it felt like it. They're open. Holy shit. Holy snicker. All right, let's get ready. Woo! I think I had a teaspoon in there. DJ sent me a new one. Wait, I think I got a few new ones from him. But I gotta update this because it only uploaded on here. It's not on here. It says update. So I gotta update my SoundCloud. They just want to be nosy. Everything's being updated. Putting in they want a second and this and another and they want to see how you think. That's gonna explain how you think. Well, yo, let me tell you something, man. This is our soil. And they can censor all they want. They want war, let's get it the fuck on. Nah, man. Y'all see, a lot of these pale skins are gonna be some of that shit that's going over there. These pale skins are a little different. They grew up here, and they got our knowledge. So going to the fluoride, it won't be like you see what's going over there with them goofy ass racists in Ukraine and our brothers in Russia. Well, our pale skin brothers, the ones who I actually have more respect for. Because what y'all don't know is I know quite a few Ukrainians in New Jersey and a few other places, and they were racist and dumb and a motherfucker. And Chinese have been playing up to 62% of the influence in the with this fake government and this so-called liberal thing. Republicans, whether rhinos or not, were bought out too. Have been paying to manipulate the votes and everything here for some time. And the Vatican's behind it. The fake crown and the crown over in fake England is behind it. Like I stated, and I know people don't want to believe it, but they all want the same people. All right, that's why nobody stopped Israel, and they ain't but a handful of damn people, regardless of the weapons and inventions that we created here. All right, so I just want to get that out the air, because enough of this. Ain't nobody gonna tell us what to do here. I don't care if they're in another country on another sea, on another plateau. Ain't nobody gonna tell us what to do here, because see, we'd be best to do away with all this. All right, and you know what? And you know, a white stick. You know what that is? I don't want to hear about no red sticking. Some of y'all, a lot of y'all, majority, ain't ready for no red sticking. How many of y'all know about white sticking? How about carrying the stick? And then you get my drip. Okay? Let me stir my tea up. We're going to get right into Margaret Sanger. I want to get this done so I can come back. Apologies for being a little late. I don't pay attention to time. I just got a feeling that it's probably around that time. And so I turned the TV. I don't like looking at that. I turned the TV. And, oh, damn, okay. Oh, this is This got some ghost pepper extract in it. Oh man, make your lips go numb. Well, not mine, but you know. There's people who've been here who ate, who know how to make stuff, and they know that I actually know what I'm talking about. So, you know, I know everybody's a famous juicer and everything else. Yeah. Anyway, this is like been my life. Even before I went in the military, I was partaking in smoothies, working out. I wasn't really bodybuilding, but strength. Partaking in smoothies and juices. Because a lot of the Jamaican brothers, and my grandmother used to do her own cold press like juice. You know what I mean? You know the washboard. You ever seen a washboard with a whole bunch of holes in it? And remember when the grater came out and how you grate cheese and stuff like that? Where she used to do the fruit that way, get the cheesecloth like you do a messing plow, right? With the celery, onions, and carrots, right? It's just to beat the juice out. Beat it out with a sandstone rock or a big wooden. But the Matumbo spoons we have in the houses. Anyway, right? Beat the juice out. I mean, to the stuff is pulp. Then she would take that and she had this little wooden iron, the hardest wood in the world with tin or metal or something on. I think it was copper. Anyway, she put the cheesecloth that she done beat all the juice and got a lot of juice. Now, me and Reggie like to have a couple of sips, a split cup. She take the pulp and then press that and get damn near another cup. I was sitting there saying, wait a minute. She showed us. And I'm like, okay, what you going, we ain't eating that. And then she'd do it again about 5 times and fill up one of them big old XXX, 6, 7, I don't know. I ain't count. It might have been a whole bunch of stuff. It's a big cheesecloth. It ain't no little thing. And she would fill that up and we drink that, So I used to do that too. Take the ginger. When I was in the res, I used to take ginger root and grow it, and turmeric root and grow it, and ginseng. You would think you can't grow it, but it grows wild here. The Man of War. And take it and mash it in my stone grinder. Mash it. And it start getting juicy, a big one. And then pour that off and then mash it some more. And then have my cheesecloth. Because, I'm a chef, so, like to make me some pound, you put it in the water and you boil it before you add in your lamb, whatever you're going to make. Unless you're just making a broth and you want the roux from the meat, to make some kind of like, Arby's type thing. And dipping sauce or whatever. And I would just beat the smack out of it with the same kind of wooden, big, heavy, hard wooden spoon and get all the juices out. Now, I didn't have the scrub board. That's how we used to wash clothes. And we had the thing with the press. And we had the washing machine. We invented the washing machine. Remember, I told you that. Anyway, so we had that one too, that we would work. It had a motor, but mom would be like, I need y'all to, man. And we'd be sitting there. It said, we got the whites. We never put detergent in whites. We just put straight up bleach, chlorine free. We didn't have chlorine, straight up bleach and lye. Y'all know how the white soap lye? And she used to break off a little piece with the white clothes. Our clothes stayed the whitest when we went to church any damn way. It was never no stains and none of that. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? With none coming from trying to poison half the people and everybody walking around all nice, you take your ass over to China and start threatening people, poisoning their food and stuff and let them see you. Bunch of pussies here in America. Anyway, excuse my language. Anyway, cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. I had the same little thing on the res. I had the little that bought in Jerome that you spin like this, and it was small. So I would put a little bit up under there with the turmeric, the ginger, and the ginseng. And I would squeeze that and get some of the most beautiful golden silk liquid out. How many of y'all know about this? I don't know. How many of y'all know about well, in Africa they have a natural grass plant. What is it called? Buni. I forget the name of it. Anyway, how many of y'all excuse me? How many of y'all know about golden silk red snow tea? Any of y'all know about that? Now, red snow tea is another thing like Jamaican cucumber that fights cancer. Because you know what it does? It lowers, it's very putrid. It's got a sweet taste, well, for what it is. Growing about 4,000 or 5,000 in the Himalayas. You can't put chemical stuff on it because then it loses properties. It comes like sea moss, but you got to spread it out to clean it to get certain, travel. And then you got to steep the right amount and boil it where it looks like blood red. So it's called snow red tea. Excuse me. I actually have some. I just don't use it because I've been using dandelion root, which is strong, good for your heart and good for your blood purification. All right. But I know that Africa has this stuff. I can't remember how it's pronounced. I'm trying to find it because I'm just sharing a little tea. I said I'm always going to share a little tea for you guys. So that way you can invest in something. I know people are kind of heart stricken about getting stuff from China. I don't have a problem with buying things from China. I have a problem with certain things that are bulk and they're being pushed on platforms because I don't trust those. All right. I know that China does make good products. There are things that are natural, things that are just normal that they produce compared to the things that are on a demand and a rush. And it's still an agenda. The agenda is still out here for those who are very unaware. But Africa has this stuff. I'm trying to remember the name, and it's really, really good. Okay, it's red blood and also called red bush tea. Rooibos. Is it called rooibos? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Is that? That's FedEx, man. Oh, you ain't come over here. Rooibos, I think. Bush tea. Anyway, I've had it before, and it kind of gets red too. Look into its benefits. Why am I saying this? Because you got to fight fire with fire. And you heard what I said earlier, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's call it destination, not inaptitude, but aptitude. So really pay attention when I'm sharing things. Okay, stir this one more time. Oh, that ginger is floating to the top. Now, that's when it's right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, it's not all floating, but yeah, I'm going to let that steep. Hold on. A tablespoon of that honey from the people that harvest their own at the yoga and massage part. Oh man. Lavender and lemon. You don't drink cold and hot, but I'm drinking that to bury defense up because when I go to sleep with the windows open, then it should never happen. And when I wake up and I feel heavy, like not cold, but I had to jump in the cold shower to reset myself. I shouldn't have to do that. So right then I know they were spraying like their butts off because before the sun came out and was blue over there, it was that foggy haze, which is not normal. It wasn't clouds. So I went ahead and just drank that just in case. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the, hey, what's going on? What's going on, turmeric root. They stopped being sold at Food Line because they don't want no, that's like lavender and lemon. Most places don't sell that now because they want people to be angst and running around half crazy and wanting to get on some damn petroleum-based heavy metal medicine. I'm not familiar with her. It's no tea. Yes, Benji, check it out. But be careful, okay? Just make sure you really know where you're buying it from. China doesn't have to put GMO and GMO free and all that on it. But you better believe there's certain things you're gonna look up and how it has to be grown. Now, like Mexico, they grow stuff organic, and then when it's coming across the border, you got this fake ass USDA with their I forget the name of the agents after it goes to customs who spray the stuff. You can't make it up, man. These son of a bitches got to go, and they ain't gonna go with you sitting down talking about let's go to a civics meeting, a civil meeting, and sit there and talk with some worthless ass mayor and all that other stuff. It's not how it's gonna get done. Anyway, Herbo, what's going on, beloved? Delusions, what's going on, beloved? Gotcha. It's good to have y'all up in here. I shouted you out, excuse me. I shouted you out, 24. What's going on, beloved? I think Snoop probably on the way home. I hate looking at that thing. So let's go ahead and get the read on, okay? Because I got to run out and then get back. situated at 5 o'clock to go ahead and get the exposition and heaven bearers. Okay, so here we got the Negro Project, Bruce Clary. The Margaret Sanger's diabolical, duplicitous, dangerous, disastrous, and deadly plan for autochthonous America. We're not going to use black because they put it on there with their ignorant ass selves. Okay, and it's forwarded by Ron Edwards. Okay, and there she is. There the bitch is looking like Willy Wonka. This is spicy. Wait a minute, because that's real spicy. All right, here we go. And when we last left off, we were somewhere around. I just gave you all a little run around about the AME Church and the Methodist Church and all that stuff, and how they say they were hoodwinked, but I guarantee you, based on the way they lived at the time, except for certain ones that were rural areas, a lot of these pastors in that time were living kind of above their means, if you know what I'm saying. You just never saw it because you never researched how they lived. Okay, and we're talking about the undesirables and all that kind of stuff, and other races and this, that, and how how it would be fitting them, especially when we look at which World War II was a little while after this, and up to and after, a little bit before, up to, and after this. Okay, this was before World War II, up to, and after, and then they employed it everywhere, as you know. So eugenics wasn't just about, it started really about getting rid of us, and that was the world over. They employed different things they were using in England, Germany, and Russia, and all places to get rid of the indigenous people. They were doing it there. You just haven't heard the stories. And that's how sick a lot of our light-skinned brothers are. They are real sick around the world. And they figure like, well, our grandsons, our great-grandsons and daughters won't know, so they won't be able to talk about it. That's how perverse they were. But see, many people still had emotions and feelings, and they talked about it because it was abnormal. That's why the history's still here. That's one thing you cannot get rid of, is the conscience and the spirit of a person. But see, that's why they want to go AI. They want to manipulate people and hypnotize and all that other stuff, okay? Just like right now on your Instagram, I love looking at animals. So now we got these gooftards, the government agencies, these little dumb monkeys who go ahead and do all these little beautiful little animal things. But right before it shows up, they put two men like on the beach with their beer lovers, and women and kids looking like AI robots, and a flash right before it plays. But they have to legally let you see it. And I just block it. And I let everyone know, I screenshot and block it. Remove yourself from these platforms. Because a month ago, 2 months ago, they had them using, and this is China, using porn sites. And this is what I said about these government platforms, Instagram. They were allowing it. Let you say one word off, and you're blocked, restricted 30 days. These mugs were going around for weeks with things and channels that you like. And when you click on it and you scroll up, all of a sudden you're seeing big slungs and women rubbing themselves off one, and Niagara Falls everywhere. I mean, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And most of y'all didn't say nothing because some of y'all be having, I'll be saying it. If you ain't here and you come and see this, you know I'm talking about you. In your stories, why y'all gotta have women shaking their butts? Is y'all mentally all right? I want to ask my boy Ryan Carter, what's up with finding pale skinned girls with big butts? All right? You like big bucks, and you can't deny other people trying, you think you makes a lot of something. Anyway, I screenshot a lot of that stuff. And because they wasn't listening, I made a post and they jumped right on me. And I said, and I went to send them a message. Oh, I see how you play. So remember that when you fall down the stairs, this, that, and that, and that, and this, and that, and that, and that, and that happens. Your decision. So let's get into the reading. Yeah, man. If they reasoned there was some way of breeding these elements out of those in question, and again, breeding those out of breeding such things, because they wanted to get rid of the undesirable traits besides skin color that makes them what they are, the dummies. But anyway, you got to remember, the weak, the mentally disabled, those who belong to other races, etc., and argue these individuals. That's why I have an issue when I get some goofy ass Mexican talking about, I hate niggas. You the real nigga, and we Negro. No, I'm not saying this with hate. You have to appreciate truth of things. All right? A lot of these Navajos, I'm a Mongol. You was part of the Gujar network. You just a puppet to them, but you's a nigga too. But you're not a Negro, but you's a nigga. You better believe every bit of it. But see, the very person that would divide and separate and make and have people acting stupid is the same people these monkeys try to immolate. That's why I have a problem with sisters who want to sleep with them. I have no issue if you find one that's really about you and about marrying you. But I done read too many stories on how they were murdered, this, that, and the other, and abused and beaten. And nigger called and how many men have locked up right now because they went and took those little pieces of scallywags out. I'm not advocating violence. I'm talking about stuff you can research. I'm going to say no more on it and go back to reading. Okay. So therefore, you know what undesirable alliterates. Okay? So anyway, elements of those in question. Mankind, which you and I are not, would be better off in the long run than for them, see? The field of eugenics, they just told themselves, mankind would be better off in the long run, getting people of color and, you know. The field of eugenics held out the opportunity for man to achieve a long dreamed of goal, the realization of a kind of utopia, a heaven on earth. What was funny is we never had those issues with our children being born here. We didn't have stillborns and all that crap, not until they showed up on the scene, and not until the very early to mid 1900s. This is a fact. Man, to achieve a long dream of goal, the realization of a kind of utopia, a heaven on earth, if you will. It offered him the chance to remake himself through scientific means by eliminating those unwanted traits from the human species and strengthening those that were most desirable. Two forms of eugenics have been practiced both here and abroad down through the years. I didn't say ages. Positive and negative eugenics, mind you. The proponents of the former saw it as a means to reduce human suffering by eradicating unwanted generic traits before birth. And much of this kind of research that is being conducted today, both in adult stem cell studies, which is unnatural, didn't I read that to you? And the more controversial embryonic variety. That's why they were disconnecting you from your mammies, the embryonic sect. Which never should happen. It's supposed to dry up and it be planted or saved. And there's a reason why. Because of what it can be used for and how it can be used against you. You would think that your aunties and your uncles and your mammies and your pappies would know better. But they don't, they ain't know better. So make sure you let everybody know now. Well, seeing how they go on ahead with their little agenda, maybe they got what they think they deserved or needed or required. Anyway, the more controversial embryonic variety is aimed at bringing about the same result. While the use of adult stem cells has yielded solid, tangible results in fighting a number of diseases and physical handicaps, the jury is still out on the use of embryonic stem cells, which necessarily involves the killing of living human organisms so that such cells may be harvested. And in fact, those who advocate the use of embryonic stem cells cannot, as yet, point to any successes, nor is it likely that they will ever be able to do so. So what you're getting right now with Mike Tyson, all those people who went and got them for their knees and this, that, and other, they're being told this is what it is. When in reality, it's anywhere between 5 and several other ingredients and things they know will work. If you know what I'm saying. All right. Negative eugenics. Now that was more or less the positive. Negative eugenics, on the other hand, has its focus on the elimination of inferior elements based on a Darwinian vision of survival of the fittest. Some of these so-called inferior elements include the mentally ill and handicapped, epileptics, lepers. How you think they came to exist? The Gujars. Excuse me, lepers. Those of different races or ethnicities, blacks, Orientals, Asians, Jews, and Slavs, and they use them to fight each other and mitigate all y'all fighting like retards instead of coming together. Y'all look pretty stupid too. Okay? And the funny thing about when they say blacks, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. That means pale skins. That means light skins. When and ignorant people that write books, and these light skins who write these books, because they're very ignorant, trust me. I've read thousands of books and I see it all over the place. They've accepted their position in life. So that shows you their ignorance. And that's a grooming. All right? Not to push no hate or anything. But as you see, they're not supposed to mess with the Negro. That's how stupid, and that's where they've crossed the line. And that's why you should be happy and embracing the fact that these cops are still out there running around, these young ones who fought in Palestine. They've been raised in the education system because you got a bunch of Negroes, melanated people saying, I'm African-American, I'm black, because they got a bunch of goofy dashiki wearing monkey niggas behind them. That's why y'all should be happy. You should embrace it. You know, Umar, none of those monkeys ever come over here. Judge Jones, none of them dumbass niggas will ever bring their ass over here. Judge my ass. Judiciary, Mathis, and should I go on? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is the negative, so let's pick it back up, okay? And if anybody donate, I appreciate it, and if not, I still appreciate it. All right? So, are just those which a society has labeled useless eaters? That's funny because we invented everything. We're still the biggest spenders. And go figure that out. A phrase used by Heinrich Himmler in Nazi Germany to describe anyone who could not contribute to the realization of Hitler's thousand-year Reich. Now, the idea that society could be improved by eliminating these elements by any means necessary had a strong appeal to many Germans, and the Nazi brand of eugenics would have vast, lasting, and significant consequences for all of humanity. Many that remain with us long after the demise of its most notorious supporter and practitioner, Adolf Hitler. He died in South America, old as hell. Indeed, because eugenics was so deeply embedded in Germany under Hitler, many people think that the practice was devised in that nation. After all, the Third Reich used it in its conduct on domestic and foreign policy and embodied it in the famous Nuremberg laws. And Reinhard Heydrich's RH, or it's the Reich Office of Race and Resettlement, which is the RHSA, okay? The Action T4, right? Forced euthanasia program, and finally, the final solution to the Jewish question. I like that because it says the final solution to the Jewish question. So we was wondering who was playing us, and Hitler said, well, I got a thing to get rid of these frauds, and I think he was doing a pretty good damn job. Anyway, you come and steal my identity, you get the world all turned up, put yourself in certain positions, want to create World War III? Fuck you, fake Jew, fuck. Create racism, the Klan was the one behind most of those brother soldiers getting lynched and murdered, and that's why they fought back. They had enough of the bullshit when they were innocent. It was you fake Jew fucks. It's no hate speech. I'm speaking on facts. Now, do I have to go into the military tribunals and read the names behind them? Do I have to go and pull up 3 names in particular in Oklahoma? Do I have to pull up the name behind the so-called fake-ass Trail of Tears when it was more? Do I have to go in there and break it the fuck down for YouTube staff? Yeah, better be careful who you want to fuck with. Okay? We're going to stop right there and go on to our next book. Enough of this shit. When I said enough, I meant it. Excuse the language. But y'all growing here, I put this thing that says for adults. I didn't say for 18 and over, motherfucker. So we say what we want. And fuck their ads. I get paid. I'm supposed to get paid on my merits. Goofy motherfucker, cheap bastard. Somebody, Pat Gabriel said they just created a whole new platform. They're waiting for it to go through. If they're waiting for it to go through, that means government loop back holes, back doors, windows, and I'm not interested. Like, we gotta think, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love my brother, but Come on, man. So anyway, and many people believe that American eugenics got their ideas from Germany. Well, they brought them all over here, didn't they? And most of them they brought over here were fucking Jews. Well, Chazar, excuse my language. Now I can say this because it's the truth. And if they have a problem with the truth, there's nothing I can do about that. Then they just have a problem with the truth. Some horseradish up in there, boy. God, dope. All right. Behold a Pale Horse, Mr. William Cooper. This is a good book. And y'all know I've read it a couple times. This is actually my second book. The other one's pretty torn up. I didn't want to sit here with that old raggedy thing showing y'all. So I went ahead and pulled up the better one. Okay. So I just wore that thing out. All right. Let's get there because we're on Article 6 now of the judicial branch. I think it's going to be interesting. Okay, you got sections 1, 2. So we're going to read sections 1, 2, and 3. All right, and then we'll cover 4 to 7 next time, and then we'll do 7 to 11, and actually have it marked because there's a whole lot here. There's a whole lot. Okay, this is a pretty good one, but I need to read this consecutively, like each day. So I can't really miss a day reading these to you because we want to get through all 15. Okay, usually I would read 5, but these are pretty long, and not long where it's boring. But I really want y'all to be attentive. Okay, I really want y'all to pay attention. And the last time we was dealing with the regulatory branch, and before you know where we were at, right? We were dealing with the House of Representatives, which is based upon the legislative branch, and you're seeing all that now. And I want y'all to really go and see who actually has an oath of office, took an oath of office. And then there's, you could say police took an oath of the Constitution, right, for it. They have the oath of the state too, right? Then they have the oath of the police department. Which one you think they're practicing while wearing a costume? Or they've been ignorantly groomed into believing in? Like the handful of these goddamn cops is going to fight off the world. And they're too damn stupid to know better. But anyway, Article 8, the judicial branch, okay? Section 1. There shall be a principal justice of the new states for America. Now remember this. There shall be a principal justice of the new states for America. A judicial, I hate that word, council and a judicial assembly. There shall also be a Supreme Court and a High Court of Appeals. Also, courts of claims, rights of duties, administrative review, arbitration settlements. Does that sound like a fiduciary? That's what they really need it for. Tax appeals and appeals from watchkeepers' findings. What are watchkeepers? Well, you know, people. 5 minutes, bing, click, hammer, mallet. Your time is up. All that crap. Anyway, there should be circuit courts to be of first resort in suits brought under national law, and they shall hear appeals from courts of the new states. And that's why it's mind-boggling when you hear judiciary. It doesn't mean judge or even a damn magistrate when you're talking about real living people and citizens of not the corporation, but the living people of the land. That's why I keep telling you, these monkeys with these robes, first of all, you need to know what the robe symbolizes. I already told you about the little fucking fake thing that's holding the scales. The goddess who? Venus, right? That's who this bitch is. And they say when you cross their, you walk into their realm. It's not make-believe. Now, this is what they believe. Now I know that don't mean a goddamn thing in these motherfuckers, but you don't know the language to be able to scribe them. All right, let's get back to reading. Because you got the bootlickers and everybody, I don't know shit, ain't never made shit. Just a good sponge to take up all the shit and just want to redact what they think they redact. They ain't redacting nothing. They ain't covering up nothing. But they hiding themselves, redacting themselves from the truth, and they just want to spew and throw all the bull crap that they that they suck, they butt lick and boot lick and everything on. Judiciary. Okay. Now, findings. There shall be circuit courts to be a first resort in suits brought under national law. Listen to that again. And they shall hear appeals from courts of the new states. Other courts may be established by law on recommendation of the principal justice with the judicial council. And now section 2, check this out. The principal justice shall preside over the judicial system. So who is the principal justice? Anybody know? Well, anyway, shall appoint the members of all national courts, and unless the judicial council objects, shall make its rules also through an administrator and supervise its operations. I had to put the "and" in there because I had a colon and what the hell, I don't know. This grammar was all messed up in here. But anyway, so again, also through an administrator and supervise its operation. So again, who's the principal justice? Oh, nobody's Googling. All right. Section 3. The judicial assembly shall consist of circuit court judges, together with those of the high courts of the new states of America. So that would mean y'all Supreme Court or y'all selectee, right? Or was it 3? I forgot how many. Because it's all a lie anyway. But new states of America and those of the highest courts of the new states. It shall meet annually, not yearly, or at the call of the principal justice, to consider the state of the judiciary and such other matters as may be laid before it. Now, it shall also meet at the call of the committee. Now, what I can say about that last thing I read there is that was laying an open way for them to mitigate change based on a world crisis, an agenda, a number of things. Okay, that's why I said last time I read this, I said it's important to go and see all the real stuff that was before the ratification and then adoption. Okay, adoptance, excuse me. To consider the state of the judiciary and such other matters as they may be laid before it. Remember that. It shall also meet at the call of the convener to nominate 3 candidates for the principal justiceship whenever a vacancy shall occur. And from these nominees, now the flame's coming up, nominees, the Senate shall choose the one having the most votes. So it would be, I believe it's 3 per each state, isn't it? Has it changed? Hey, Devin, what's going on, beloved? Next, we'll be getting into 4, 5, and 6. These are longer. Down to 7. Those 6 and 7 is pretty short. So we'll be hitting 4 on the next time, which we'll pick it up and read this tomorrow, because I think we should really stay in this right now. I really do. So people, because a lot of people have, if y'all didn't see it, I think I shared it. Original Lone Wolf did a pretty good one, and he used me as an example. And the one before that, which was a little while before, excellent. And y'all really should pay attention to the brother, because he knows what he's talking about, especially for those of you who are still in a position to be able to do some things and not just sit here and look at Rob L and all of them that did what they did, and Knife Son and all those. Y'all need to do it instead of sitting there talking about it while you still can. That's your status change and everything else. I remember I shared it, and if you didn't take whole heed and utilize it, that's on you. I'm not going to sit here and keep sharing stuff. I shared it even in my SMS chat group. And if you didn't want to use it, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nobody talking about it, because you better believe that's the way to do it. And then the thing is to find out who, besides the notarization, where it's got to be taken. Commerce, chambers of commerce, and everything else, because it's based on your money. And you shouldn't, and nobody should be playing no goddamn child support, none of that shit. Don't matter what fake ass Bill Clinton signed and all that. That is not for the autochthonous or indigenous goddamn people. And what's even more funny, Your civil rights is being lagged all over the place by these fake ass Jews and used by every fucking body while there's still shit in the storm. And the motherfucking racists, their children are using it and everything else. These worthless ass dumb racists, these dumb foreigners, and it's not all hate you. You'd be surprised. They're just not going to say nothing because somebody else might be all ears. All right? And I know us, we definitely don't hate people around. I was just looking at this goofy nigga in Queens push that lady down up on the church steeple to rob her. And I was looking at this skinny, low pants sagging, and people say, well, hey, he looks normal. And most of them little young, goofy niggas is gay in New York, Philly, Chicago. Listen to me. Doesn't matter when LA, a lot of them little niggas is gay, and I ain't cursing them. It's sad. On all kind of damn drugs. Y'all think they just smoking weed? They're smoking weed with meth now, y'all. On all kind of different pills. They still drinking lean like it's retarded, and this is a worse lean because this stuff is synthetic. And you don't speak hate towards those who are going through something when you had a chance to change it. And you did nothing. You decided to work and be a slave. You didn't fight for anything. So you really ain't got no say at all. All right? Enjoy your coming in for the raid. What a breath of fresh air. And when we come back, you know we're going to get in. Yeah, over here. And I wanted to read some of that more liberty. I think I'm going to do it on the TikToks. I think I'm going to highlight a couple of good places. And I'm just going to read. I'm going to jump what's called, I've done it before. And I'm going to do it again. Jump reading. It doesn't mean it can confuse you. It's almost like speed reading. Give the most important things. So I'm going to have to go to the back of it. The one I've already been reading. But the other one I'm going to go and jump around and look at it, see what the key factors that are beneficial at this time period. I'm going to utilize things that are beneficial right now. And we can all, I can always add things. So I'm going to read those over on TikTok, all right? Oh, and Baby Girl Slaughter is going to get with me this weekend. We're going to talk, set up a podcast so we can go over Don't Call My Dummy No Comment. I mean, don't call my dummy no dummy. And I said, Don't Call My Dummy No Dummy. It's fabulous books, y'all. If you didn't purchase, you didn't read it. Come on, man. Some of y'all, then you kind of telling yourself why you're here. Now, those who know that you are who you say you are, think you are, cool. Be practical and being able to tell your history. And I know that's the purpose of listening to people who actually know about so-called Tartary and all that other stuff. Good. Boy, y'all just don't know. Mama, love you. Biological lie, I don't want to hit her because I might overswing. Mama, you know I slap you right now. Remember that time I made them collard greens and neck bones you love? Made that okra and tomato stew, your favorite, the way you used to make it for us when we was kids. Mom, you remember I used to make oven fried chicken, our chickens, they was tiny, and that whole cake and hot water cornbread for them long trips in the Rambler? I still smack it because it's still that goddamn good. Okay, I had to do that little bit. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. Love y'all. Max B was good. I hope y'all didn't take that too serious. Well, man, and if y'all know about oven fried chicken and the skillet in the oven, wood burning oven, right? With whole cake, biscuits, big biscuits. We used to make like unleavened bread. That's what we call whole cake. Louisiana, Mississippi, Bayou type and Kakalaki type bread from the old world. I grew up on whole cake, y'all, and hot water cornbread. Yes, sir. Goddamn, and you give me my collard greens, turnip greens, some damn turkey neck bone. With a lot of salt, a lot of vinegar. What y'all know about that though? Y'all know nothing about that though. That's our shit. That's that good stuff. That's that real, and that okra, tomato, and onion stew. Y'all know about that though? Y'all know about that though? Y'all know nothing about that though. Boy, y'all don't know about that though. Anyway. Appreciate y'all. It's number love and respect.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, we got more than enough time. So I'm gonna run out. 5 o'clock. I'll be back. See y'all then. All right. Appreciate y'all.